For more on the House push to hold China accountable for the pandemic, let's bring in Republican Congressman from Texas, Dan Crenshaw. He's a member of the House Energy and Commerce Committee and, of course, a former Navy SEAL. We hope that you're feeling good today. It's great to have you back on the show. China has basically said their investigation is closed, that there's nothing left to see. But that is not the case as we see it, correct?
That's correct, and they've been lying about this for a long time. I think the most plausible scenario for the origins of the virus was always a lab leak. And a year ago when we were saying this, everybody was you were a tinfoil hat wearer. The media tried to completely debunk that. They said it couldn't be true. Fauci said it couldn't be true. This was always nonsense. And I'm glad my fellow members of Congress have come to the party now. This bill that allows Americans to sue China and removes foreign sovereignty from China in order to do that. I introduced that bill over a year ago, back in April. Senator Cotton introduced it in the Senate. We worked very closely to make sure that the legal language was correct. So glad there's now support for that. But I had to chuckle a little bit when I heard about that bill being introduced.
Well, what do you think, Congressman, about the next 90 days? What happens during that period?
Look, I think we're going to gather the evidence that we can. It's going to be tough because, like you said, China has closed its doors. Now, they're acting very suspicious. Imagine that. They don't want people to know that this is where the virus originated. But I do think by the end of that 90 days, it's going to be safe to say that that's probably the only option. Now, we'll probably have a lot of circumstantial evidence, again, because China has refused to open its doors. It's unfortunate, too, that the WHO was complicit in this. And, we need our World Health Organization back as well. And I think this administration could gain a lot of favor by pushing for that, by pushing to hold the WHO accountable and not be in the pocket of China.
Congressman, a lawsuit against China could take years and years and years. And it could be very frustrating for any of the families that lost loved ones to actually get to resolution. While that plays out, if that is allowed to happen, what do you think the other consequences or punishments that could bring to bear against China for this?
Yeah. So to be clear, the two bills y'all are talking about, one's a commission and one allows citizens of the United States to actually sue China and perhaps get some restitution. Now, what would that look like in reality? Harder to say. Probably a very large-scale class action lawsuit. Look, we also need to completely rethink how our supply chains work. We need to make sure that we are conducting relationships and trade and manufacturing with other countries around China. We need to start isolating China economically, and that needs to be a whole-of-government approach and a whole-of-private industry approach, and it needs to happen fast. Now, on this, I do think there's a lot of bipartisan agreement, for instance. I mean, just this week in committee discussions, we're talking about, look, we get a lot of our rare earth minerals from China. This is terrible for our national defense, and if you care about green energy and building solar panels and batteries, you can't do it in the future if you're only reliant on China. We have resources here. We need to let ourselves actually get them. That's just one of many examples. On the Energy and Commerce Committee, we're also conducting an investigation to look into why NIH funding was going to the Wuhan virology labs when it really shouldn't have been, to conduct this research, gain of function research that a lot of doctors say is very unnecessary and quite dangerous. So I think there's a lot of ways that we can hold China accountable. I think we just need a paradigm shift in America about who China really is. And I don't want to use the term Cold War, but we're at least in an economic Cold War with them, and we need to recognize that instead of constantly giving them the benefit of the doubt in everything they do and allowing our private industry to bow down to them at every step, like our friend John Cena.
That started during President Trump and Mike Pompeo's time there in Washington. Dan Crenshaw, thank you for your time today.
Great to see you.
Great to get your input on that. Thank you, sir.